And we are almost ready for another company, which might be Chief of Air Force. I'm not sure that I'm going to need any of these. These are just purely industrial time reduction. Synthetic resources. Do I have synthetics? I suspect yes, I do. Have I built any synthetics? I have a feeling I did. Which is why, indeed, we are extracting quite a lot of oil. Bike infantry is done. So maybe we do want the synthetic refinery upgrade. I mean, Chief of Navy would be good, but we're not really focusing anything on naval power right now. Chief of Air Force for ground support, which would be more superiority. I mean, these bonuses are small. Air experience, land experience, naval experience. I mean, industrial concern, we've only got, what, 6 more technologies to go? Excepting the extractions. Which I'm not sure are counted in that. Oh, they probably are. So, yeah, I would say that Kowalski is probably still the best option. Have I heard of Iron Harvest? I have not, no. And then new national focus, modern escorts, destroyers, torpedo cruisers. Here we go, adds technology. Kitakami class. We will dedicate a whole class of ships to carrying huge numbers of our new torpedoes, enabling them to wreak havoc on the enemy fleet. That seems interesting. Fall of Moscow, there it is. So how close to capitulation are they? Just under halfway. They've lost 5.4 million troops. Yikes. Germany's been doing an absolute number on them. But I think they have recovered from the purges now. Yeah, certainly looks that way. Okay, so we are pushing more aggressively. We're still hitting across the north here. No, we are still pushing them pretty ruthlessly, so it's fine. How's the supply? Infantry equipment's getting worse, motorized is getting better, support equipment's getting better, and I think artillery is improving. We still have the absolute minimum on artillery right now. Is that all 3 planes? No, it wasn't. So yeah, we just need more and more guns. Unfortunately, we need to wait until infrastructure is done, but I think another one is done. Or not. We're working on you next, and then on you. So I think I'm going to do this, and then this. Like so. Marvellous. Although, actually, how are infrastructure? Supply is still not an issue, which is somewhat surprising. We're at the very, very limit of it over there, though. Hey, Elismore. How's Chinese colonization process going? It's not. We're fighting the Soviets instead. And winning. Meanwhile, on the way to Stalingrad. We're getting there. Company of Hero gameplay set in alternate history. Poland being invaded by Germany and Russia. Mech armor. Fill the role of tanks did in our time. Okay. I still can't believe how many troops the Soviets lost. 5 million already. It's 41. 5.7 million. Communist China have lost 770,000 of their own. And still haven't died. China is still fighting against them. Like, they are a pain, especially if Shaanxi is not on your side, and it kind of looks like they're not. Aviv, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that, and welcome to the Maudlings. Oh, no, you've apparently done your job, but you haven't really. I want you making your way down to about here. Though that's still no cut-off because Xinjiang is on their side. Ah, we can still do it. Cause them some problems at the very least. You know what, I think we are going to take Combined Arms Expert, because that beefs up the motorized defense and mechanized defense, and he does have a lot of motorized. If we ever overcome this deficit, I want to start upgrading some of the cavalry units into motorized. Actually, the other thing, how big are these? 24. What I might do is just remove 2 of the motorized, and that will give me a bunch of motorized back again. We're going to do that. Alright, and then you guys... I need to tell to hold on to all of this stuff. Because we're definitely going to be struggling with resistance. And actually, if I told you to take a look at that... Oh wait, wrong guy. Hungary proclaims Greater Hungary. Oh, you're already doing resistance. You still only need 12. Interesting. Having regained the lands that were taken from them in the Treaty of Trianon, Miklos Horthy issued a proclamation yesterday evening that the nation shall henceforth be known as Greater Hungary. It is hoped that this will serve the increase in Greater Hungary's prestige in the eyes of the world, as well as better describe the extent of its borders. I mean, not really, because you've lost a chunk of land to Romania. I would say this is Greater Romania. Stalingrad fallen? Stalingrad did fall. Yeah, the Soviets are definitely on their last legs at this point. So it's going to be a question of who gets the most participation, which right now is Germany. Yikes. And once Germany has ruffle-stomped the Soviets, they're going to be in a pretty good position to go after the UK and the USA. The USA still has not entered the war. D-Day is not a thing yet. How's the shirt shop going along? I totally forgot about that and I haven't done any more. Manpower still limited, mobilization is total. Are they withdrawing from here? Well, we're still attacking into it. You guys have basically finished this order. So let's give you another one and say, take over that. Go. Supplies are now becoming an issue, so let's just go and double check how the supply situation out here is. Yeah, it's not great. It's definitely not great. So let's go ahead and build 2 more infrastructure over there and prioritize you first. Not going to Kamchatka. I am. I have garrison forces who are doing that automatically for me. So I don't need to do that with front lines or anything. They'll just take it and hold it. Oh wow, super veteran medium tank unit. Nice. Germany wants to send me guns. That's a lot of convoys. I'll accept yours first. I mean, I would love that. You know what? Sure. That's going to cut off my trade with everyone else, but I've tried extremely hard to remain self-sufficient, so we should be okay. I am going to need to build some more convoys, though. So let's go ahead and prioritize that. What happened to the Chinese puppets? I only have Manchukuo. And they got half eaten by China. Because the Soviets did push me all the way back to North Korea. I pushed them back again after that. But in the process, China was at war with the Soviets because Communist China joined the Soviet Union, Comintern. And in their counterattack, taking over the Soviet territory did not give it back to me. They took it for themselves. Which is why Manchukuo is so small. And now Italy wants to send me stuff. Sure. Good luck. Hopefully that does not screw up my supply over here. Not really, no. We're good. And air forces are still pushing forwards, although quite frankly the air force is not doing very much right now. Simply too much distance to cover. Greater Hungary is justifying against us. They're probably justifying against, like, Romania? At a guess. After this, are we going to go for China or are we going to be friends? Probably will. Although, that's going to be another hell of a slog. I think directly after, we just need to sort out a soldering industry. Like, it's growing, but nowhere near as quickly as I would like. Don't have anything to use to transport them to us, so just throw those items in the ocean and hope it reaches us. Yeah, I mean, we're Japan. We've been studying the currents for quite a long time. I'm sure it'll reach us at some point. It'll be fine. We've actually made pretty good progress across Siberia. It's actually been the tanks who are the slowest. Ah, torpedo cruisers. So we have the Kitakami class. I'm kind of curious about that. So we have the torpedo cruiser. Oops, didn't actually mean to build them. What would you be the most comparable to? Surface detection 40 light cruiser, 25 heavy cruiser, 15. Sub detection 37, 25, 15. So they are cheaper than heavy cruisers, slightly more expensive than light cruisers. So they're kind of medium cruisers. Fire range 20, evasion 68. Evasion 60, fire range 19. 25, yeah, they're better light cruisers basically. Torpedo attack 18. Torpedo attack 8. Naval firepower 8. Naval firepower 5. Anti-air 14. Anti-air 9. Max speed 30. Max speed 32. Armor 7. Armor 6. So yeah, they are better than light cruisers. And probably better value than heavy cruisers. 1, 4, 2, 3. So they cost more oil but less steel. Oil is a problem for me right now, so I'm not going to. And now we're ahead of the Chinese and Mongolia. In fact, you guys are coming up against absolutely no resistance right now. All of the Soviet troops seem to be up here, which is where the tanks are after. So despite these guys being actually faster, it's still taking them a while. What is your template? Please don't tell me it's infantry. No, you're actually pretty decent. We have a lot of medium tanks, so we could probably afford to turn some of our motorized into medium tank divisions. So you're currently 10 motorized to 5 motorized, so you'd lose a lot of motorized. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to buff up the number of motorized you have in these to be something like this. And then you need 100 medium tanks. So we're going to save you. And then I'm going to turn one of them motorized into a tank. You. Become tanks. So even though these two units have more motorized, my other 2 motorized units will have less of them. So we still have a deficit, but it should be getting a little bit better. Probably. Maybe. And also, yeah, research. We're still in 41. We could improve our special forces. We do have a couple of marines following us around. I think we're going to do recon to get better fighting. Or we could have done better encryption and/or decryption. It's fine. Right. I'm going to reduce the length of your line just a touch. I'm going to increase yours. You're out of supply. You guys are probably struggling a little bit, though actually less than I would have anticipated. Infrastructure's getting done pretty quickly, so yeah, good. In fact, you know what? I'm going to start working on a third infrastructure, which is going to be you. Just so we're not wasting production on the factories without being fully ready for it. Yeah, I know he's cut off. It's just one of my cavalry. Right, so now I can get bicycle units. So they have less defense, less breakthrough, more reliable than infantry. And increase in movement by slightly. .3. How does that compare to cavalry? Cavalry are actually considered slower than infantry? That can't be right. Okay, so if I designed a new template, reset that, and did it with just bicycles, how fast do they go? 6.4 versus cavalry, who are also 6.4. I wish they were a little bit easier to compare. Okay, so these are the stats that they're adding to the units. They have less defense in the cavalry, less breakthrough, same soft attack, quite a lot less supply usage, less suppression, more organization, same hit points, a lot more reliability. Infantry equipment 120, infantry equipment 100, support equipment 10. So they are cheaper in terms of infantry equipment as well. Now, question. If I were to replace all of my infantry with bicycles, would they need to be retrained? I mean, the other thing I could do is replace my garrison units with bikes, which would increase their speed, would reduce their hit points, reduce their supply usage, their soft attack, hard attack, defense, breakthrough would all go down. Though not by a huge amount. Oh wait, the defense would go way down. Do they also get infantry doctrine bonuses? I have no idea. I know almost nothing about the bikes except their bikes. Aha! Super Yamato. Complete. So we're going to build one of those bad boys at some point in the next 4 years. And then switch the Super Yamato production. In fact, you know what? We may as well just go ahead and queue that up. Like, now. And that can go into the Neon Navy. And that frees up a research slot. So I think I'm basically just going to be using super heavy battleships and torpedo cruisers. So I'm not going to bother researching any of the others. Which basically means just get some more encryption. Alright, Soviets on the verge. 7.7 million lost. China lost 1 million, I lost 400,000, Germany lost 800,000. The Soviets got completely annihilated. And how are we doing for resources over here? We're getting a few. Getting that aluminium would be nice. Why are we not attacking? Be aggressive, please. All of you just go. Guys, just attack! You guys have opened up an idiot front again against China, which you really don't need to do. It's fine. And we could get another national focus. Tanutuva has capitulated. We got a bunch of guns. Lovely. We could start working on the Manchuria project, which is pretty much the last thing of use. Well, our islands are scarce in usable land. Our mainland possessions are not. Well, we cannot build up ourselves. We can build up in the mainland instead. We will begin a large-scale industrialization project for Manchukuo. Okay, we're back to working on the infrastructure now, which is good. There are a bunch of Italians coming in by sea. And there it is, Soviet Union is gone. Great news. Wait, Germany didn't want any? Oh, Germany gave me all of their points. Why? Okay, anyway. We get Manchukuo back because it is our land. We just needed to wait for the peace deal. So China did not get Manchukuo. They did, however, get Communist China. Alright, so starting with Japan. I'm going to pass a few times. Get the points. There we go. We have enough. So I'm going to start out with my own land, which we're going to take. All of this area. Up to and including Tanutuva. Then we're going to go to China. Who's going to get Communist China? We'll give them all of this as well. Oh, they've deserved their bit. Then Germany, who did the lion's share. We'll get everything up to and including... Actually, maybe not all of that. Where's Moscow? There. So Germany gets at least all of that. So let's lock that in. Then Romania. Is Hungary a free state? Well, they don't have any adjacency, so if Hungary was going to get anything, it would be that part of Poland. That's fine. So Romania was actually kind of critical to that war. And they really allowed the Germans to expand. So this is all going to go to Romania. Then... Again, Germany really does get the lion's share. And I'm pretty sure that Germany would take dibs on Caucasus. Because, you know, oil. Yeah, it's only Hungary I'm not sure about. Oh, and Italy. Well, let's give that to Germany. Then Italy gets the ports up here. And the Urals, because they do need the supplies from the Urals. In fact, Italy's going to form the border between us and Germany. And then I'm going to take this. And I don't think there's anything left. That'll do. I took 36 states, Germany took 59, Italy took 19, Romania took 23, China took 8. I think that actually works pretty well. So Germany got the industrial heartland, they also got the resources. Italy just got more terrain, including the Urals, which means more resources for them as well. And I would suspect that the Soviets did the focus to send their factories back to the Urals, so they would have got that. Then I got Siberia, which is what I wanted, including the resources of it. So my resource output should increase quite dramatically. I now no longer need to import aluminium, and I'm in fact healthy on everything. Excellent. And yes, I doubled the number of factories that I had. Okay, I would say that's pretty good. Weirdest fourth Rome ever. But Italy has a port. Like, they can still use this land, and Italy is the one with the navy. I don't really know what else I could have done for the Italians, except maybe, I don't know, Caucasus, but Germany would have just vetoed that straight away. Because Germany's main problem is oil.